Taking control of the car buying experience. Demand the most for your money. Here's the CarBuyer Advisor.
And thanks for staying with us through that brief break. I said we have a new business. We've actually been asking to join our group and to be a part of our show for months now. Finally accepted our invitation. Could not be more thrilled to introduce to you for the first time an automotive dealership. That's right. I said an automotive dealership with core values of integrity and a business philosophy that is worthy of our endorsement. Please welcome to the show for the first time, Debbie Ward, the marketing manager for Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno, along with Mike Baumgart, the sales manager at Acura of Reno as well. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Mitch, for having us.
Thank you.
I want to pull that a little bit closer to you there. Debbie, I want to start with a little bit about the history of Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno.
Well, we are founded by Mr. Michael Cho, who actually opened the first Acura dealership in the United States in 1986 out in Portland, Oregon. And he opened the Acura of Reno store in July 2008. And we're the first and only Acura dealership to service Northern Nevada. And this is great for current Acura owners, and also he owns Infiniti of Reno next door, and Infiniti owners had to drive their cars all the way over to Sacramento before we're open to get the proper service for their vehicles.
Well, under warranty repairs especially, and then also the abilities, because it's also a similar brand to other automobiles. You have the ability to service more than just Acura and Infiniti as well.
That's correct. We service all makes and models, and Acura is the luxury brand for Honda. So, of course, we can service Hondas and all other makes and models.
Yeah, and Infiniti also the luxury brand of
Nissan.
So you have more than just the two models that you service and capabilities. I want to talk about the vision of Acura of Reno, Infiniti of Reno, as to why this business is worthy of our community support and our endorsement, because it's a vision. It's a whole process.
It is. And when Mr. Cho built this multi-million-dollar facility, he built it on these principles that we would strive to excel in customer service by exceeding the customer expectation. So our professional sales staff, they're in shirt and tie and jackets in the winter. It's a little warm right now, but they always provide that upper level of car buying experience for the customer. They provide them with the information that they need to make, and they've researched the car before they come in, right, Mike?
Yes.
And we provide the highest quality product and the highest standards of integrity, and that's why we have won the prestigious Dealership of Distinction Award. It's actually the most prestigious honor that Acura can grant its dealerships.
And not just once.
We won it 3 years straight, and it's because of our team and their superior commitment to customer service.
And I will agree with that, because it's the entire facility. If it were just one piece of it and then the others were failing, we wouldn't invite a business. Look, I think the community will attest to this. Probably the automotive dealership segment has the greatest need for reform in the industry as a whole. So for us to stand behind an automotive dealership, it really has to exceed even quality standards. It has to achieve excellence
at every level. So superior achievement in customer satisfaction, sales, service training, customer follow-up, and management in every department.
And that's exactly why we're happy to have you join our group and be able to share you with our community that there are good quality choices in the automotive dealership segment. Mike, I want to talk to you a little bit about the product at Acura of Reno, because there are just terrific products on top of quality business practices.
Yeah, the Acura brand is a great vehicle, great product. We understand there's a lot of luxury vehicles out there. So to choose a vehicle, we believe in just giving customers as much information as possible. I mean, you can go down the street, you can go from border to border, state to state. You can buy any vehicle you want, but we believe in our service, just letting the customer know what we're all about. We take care of our customers. It's about building relationships. It's not just about selling the car. It's about building the relationships, get the word out. We're here to service you. We hope you choose us. And that's so further down the road, we want to maintain the relationships like being a family. It's not just someone who walks out the street and like, oh, hey, here you go, here's your car. No, we believe in our product. We love our product. That's what it is. It's just about the relationship with the customer.
And this is what we want people to feel is the synergy of your future business mattering, your repeat, your referral business mattering, your own reputation as an individual in our community, along with your business reputation in our community mattering. And that's what it looks like at Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno, and why we've asked you and been patiently waiting for you to accept our invitation to be on our show. The products, though, I want to get into some of the specifics because that MDX right now is one of the highest resale in its class, if not the highest in its class.
Yes, the 2014 and 13 MDXs, and they're both amazing vehicles. We've got a great inventory, all-wheel drive vehicles with the winter season coming up. And, of course, if you need to go into the hills, the mountains, they handle every season perfectly. The technology on them, navigation systems. I mean, there's so much on these vehicles. They practically drive themselves.
Fit and finish and quality of build of these products is unparalleled as well. Just quality workmanship and craftsmanship, along with terrific warranties standing behind them as well.
Yes, great warranties on the vehicle. Not that vehicle's going to break down, but it's nice to have that warranty, to have the peace of mind.
Well, and then a service facility, and we're going to get to that in a minute, that really can live up to, if something does go wrong, doing it at the standard that we expect businesses in our group to do it with. You have the RDX, too.
Yes, the RDX is a nice small SUV, complements our large SUV very well. Very spacious, roomy vehicles. Once again, all-wheel drive and Acura standards. I mean, they're completely outfitted with leather seats, heated seats, all-wheel drive, sunroof, moonroof, XM radio, Bluetooth. I mean, I can go on for days with these lists.
And this is maybe more of a little crossover size SUV. Would that be the kind of class that they would consider that?
It is. Is it considered a small SUV? Yes.
And then the TL. What a great looking car.
The TL is an amazing vehicle. Four-door sedan. Not only is it a luxury vehicle, it's a very sporty sedan. So there's a lot of power. You get the sporty feel along with that luxury feel of a luxury vehicle.
And then you have the RSX. Now you're taking almost sports car feel.
You mean the NSX?
Yeah.
RSX. It's been discontinued, RSX, but the new NSX is coming out soon.
I didn't realize they were coming out with the new NSX in the near future. You have in the used car a standard as well, the certified pre-owned category of your inventory. Let's talk about that standard and what it means to really be certified.
Our certified vehicles, they go for 150-point inspection, so you know the vehicle is inspected by our certified mechanics. We add additional warranties to the vehicle. We do put accurate parts back into the vehicle. So what you're getting is, in essence, a vehicle that's back to new car quality. So you get a lot of warranty. You know the car's been inspected, and it's a great vehicle.
And it really means something, too, as well, because not every car can be certified.
Correct.
So it has to already,
it has to meet the specifications in order to be certified.
Perfect. And I want people to understand that, because the certified actually means something at Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno. You have some Memorial Day specials coming up. Where can they find out information on those? Labor Day, because I say Memorial Day. It's the other end of the season.
You can find out on our website at www.acuraofreno.com, or you can even give us a call at the dealership at 775-229-7777. And it's pretty much all our vehicles, our whole inventory, from the 13 Acura TLs all the way to the 2013 MDXs. We've got a great selection, probably one of the biggest selections here on the West Coast.
Well, and there's some terrific lease options that are available on your website as well.
We do have some amazing lease options on all the vehicles we have.
Without getting into specifics, because this is more of an interview than it is a commercial, I'm guessing, and I'm pretty sure that with the resale value of the MDX being one of the highest in its class, that the lease payments on those are probably shockingly low to most people.
They are. The lease payments are fairly low on the MDXs, TLs, all across the board, and they're great lease specials. And what's the beauty of a lease? When you get into a lease, who knows, 2-3 years down the road, maybe you want to upgrade to another Acura, or you want to get a different Acura. Return the car, get another Acura. It's a great way to go.
Leasing is a great option, an alternative way of financing with a lower monthly payment traditionally than a straight purchase. But Debbie, I want to get back into the experience, if you will, because this is really what causes Acura of Reno, Infiniti of Reno to be invited again. I mean, this is your first appearance on our show. We hope to be one of many more to come, that we get an opportunity to take a stand for what's right in the automotive dealership segment by having you be a regular guest and bringing that level of knowledge and awareness up in a community level where they don't have a choice but to support quality any longer, and they own the responsibility for those choices as a community. But the experience, it's not just service at Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno. It's a service experience.
And it's unique. It really is. We have a beautiful 3-lane service drive. We've only been open for 5 years, so everything is still pretty new. But heated in the winter, so it's nice and warm as you're waiting for your service team to come out and help you address your problems. And what's really unique about the next step is that our customers get to kind of roam through our beautiful cafeteria. They get the fresh ground Starbucks coffee and teas and a selection of free beverages. We always have freshly baked Otis Spunkmeyer cookies in the morning. So there's always that fresh aroma of cookies. So it's kind of welcoming. We've got the morning paper, and they can sit down, and they've got a selection of several different rooms. They have a business office they can work in that we've provided computers. We have a nice little lounge with leather chairs and desktops, but with a fireplace in the winter, which is pretty nice. And then we have a movie area and a kids' play area.
Oh, that's got to be really a wonderful place for some of your clients to be with their kids, to have them preoccupied while they're waiting.
Right. And many of our customers like to roam the floor and look at some of our new models and speak with the sales staff and even ask questions about, how do I pair up my phone with my car and those types of things. But get this, we have a full-service salon, which is complimentary to ladies or men who would like a manicure Mondays and Fridays. What's the time, Mike? It's
between 10 and 2 on Mondays and Fridays.
Between 10 and 2. So that's really nice. And I always come and speak with the ladies. I said, "Oh, you're getting your nails done." They say, "Oh, yes, it's, I feel like I'm being pampered while my car is being pampered."
I've had them done too. She's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just guessing that, it reduces the cost of one. If you're actually going to pay for the other, you get them both, one's free. So it makes the cost of your services go down.
It really does.
And the convenience of doing both at the same time.
Right. And if you think about what a cup of Starbucks coffee costs these days, with all of the fixings in it, it comes to about, $5-8. Plus a manicure is $30. So, yeah, you're saving money.
And I think what I want people to get is it's the experience. It's that you're taking this, again, that's what we strive to show people on this show, is that there are businesses that take services and what they do to a level that you actually don't feel every day. You just you get to a place and you feel that you're cared about. And it's really, that's that whole experience. So it's why it's not just service, it's service experience at Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno. And I want to get back into some of the product, if you don't mind, because I think we breezed through it, and it is award-winning product line. So, you mentioned that the winter's coming, and we have, people that are going to be looking for their winter vehicles. Let's talk a little bit more about what choices that you have in stock that people can come down and look at.
Well, we have a lot of choices. Obviously, if you're looking for a sedan or SUV, we do carry either or as far as the vehicle types. And like you're saying, as far as the product goes, they are all equipped with all-wheel drive. In northern Nevada, we know when it comes wintertime, that snow is going to be coming down, whether it's November, January, July, who knows when it's going to come down. But as far
or on Halloween, typically seems to fall here as well almost every year.
Yeah, we try to tailor to the needs of the customer. So we don't try to push a certain vehicle upon the customer. We do a little fact finding. We see what their needs are, why they need a certain type of vehicle, and then we go from there. We give them the option. If you need a large vehicle, if you're hauling around a lot of kids, if you need space for sports, do a lot of road trips, then obviously if you need that space, a small sedan is not going to work. So we try to make sure we get what what the customer needs and wants are, and then we go from there. We try to tailor every experience to the customer.
Now, Debbie, I found out something the other day when I was visiting you that I was surprised to hear about, that you actually install your own clear bras at Acura of Reno.
The invisible bras, yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. We do that. We do what's called a sealants, to where you can actually spray paint your car and it'll actually wipe right off. We're actually starting to get into a little window tinting also. So that's something that might be coming up in the future. We like to do everything on site. That way, you know the work was done by us. So if there's any problems, issues, compliments, you can come directly to us.
And I like that, because then you also get to monitor the standard is achieving yours, instead of a lot of businesses do a lot of subletting for some of these. And that's a big deal. I wanted people to get that this is an investment in your reputation, not just, that you offer the products. I hope, Mike, you don't mind me doing this, because we really didn't discuss this conversation before, but financing at Acura of Reno, you have a plethora of options.
We do. We don't work with just one individual bank specifically. We work with a variety of banks, credit unions. We do what's best for the customer. So you're not going to come out with a high rate. We try to help the customer out. We put the numbers out there, your monthly payments, financing. We give you a lot of options.
One of the things, Debbie, that I wanted to get to is that we talked about the service experience and we breezed over, was that at the completion of the process of service, it's more than just you came in, you got your car serviced, and here's your keys.
Right, exactly. When the service manager comes out and tells you about what's going on with your car, you're provided with a full multi-point inspection. So it goes through, it looks under the chassis, it looks at your fluid levels, your hoses.
A lot of the wear and tear
on the car to prepare it for the upcoming driving season. And you get a full report, and it's telling you everything that's wrong with your car, and then you can decide to come back and schedule your next appointment. And when your car comes back, it's washed.
And hand washed.
Hand washed and vacuumed.
Hand washed on site, yes.
There's another value added on to that.
Well, yeah, that's another $16 for a basic inside-outside wash and vac anymore.
Why go anywhere else?
It's one of the reasons why we want our community to know that you exist. And, this is, we really didn't just rush into inviting you. We've been on the air for a couple of years, and we wanted to make sure that you had the standard and then maintained it to be worthy of our endorsement.
Thank you.
You had mentioned 3 years in a row, the standard of the highest award for Acura in their standards as well. I want to describe that whole sensation that people get when they come in to look at a car. I mean, there are a lot of people, Mike, and you know this, in Northern Nevada, they're used to getting attacked when they get out of their car.
Yes.
And that's not going to happen at your store.
No, we have a set process in place to where every customer is greeted professionally with a handshake, a warm smile. You're not going to see 20 guys jump on you. You're going to be greeted. You're going to get the tailored experience. One person walks you through the whole process, from the greeting to the dealership tour, going over the product, introduction to all the management staff. So this way you feel like you're at home. You're not being bombarded with these new faces. Like, who's this guy coming to talk to me? Who's this? You already know who it is because you've already met them.
Well, and I want our community to realize that can exist in Northern Nevada in the automotive industry, because it's probably the most offensive thing that they experience in many of the other businesses in our community. And again, one of the core reasons why you've been invited to join us is that experience, that that you want people as a business to get helped, not to walk around and feel like they're being ignored, but you also have that balance between that and having them just jumped before their door opens at their car. Mm-hmm. So it's a really fine line to walk there, but you walk it so elegantly. I mean, it's a classy approach, like you mentioned, that one person seamlessly from start to finish treats you and gets to build a relationship with you. And,
it's really different at Infiniti of Reno. When the facility was built, there is actually a receptionist area, so that when you enter, you're greeted by a receptionist who says that they'll call a sales associate for you. How professional is that?
It is. It is that it takes away that that feeling like I can't just come in and take a look around. And I want people to realize how inviting it is to come onto your lot, that they can do that and feel comfortable and at ease. And then if they have questions, they're going to get proper answers. And let's talk about that sales training, because this is such a critical part of what makes you so successful and achieve a standard worthy, again, of our endorsement.
Yes, our sales consultants go through hours and hours of video training, so that way they know the product from bumper to bumper, as well as customer service. So that way, when you have a specific question, 99.9% of the time we'll have the answer. I don't want to give a 100% guarantee just in case, but we will have the answer to pretty much every question you have, and that's with each individual sales consultant. And the beauty of that, too, is if you need assistance with your garage doors to hook up to your car, we'll come over to your house and help you with that. So it's not just at the dealership, it's outside of dealership too.
Well, and I love the fact that, again, I don't know if people read always between our lines here and what people say, but the 99.9 shows integrity, that there's going to be a time where somebody's going to ask a question that you might not have the answer to. But I love the fact that at Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno, that you'll take the time to research it and find the answer for them and make sure it's a proper one, not just make it up that 0.01% of a time and just give them an answer just to breeze through that one. It's going to be an accurate answer. The training is a big part of that. That training, Debbie, goes all the way out into the service technicians trainings as well.
This is true. And it's the brand. I mean, if you think of the Acura brand or the Infiniti brand, we have to meet high compliance standards, from everything from our website to our sales training, our technicians, the way the flowers are put on a table. I mean, it's really a high standard market with that.
You had something you wanted to add there on the sales training, Mike?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, well, again, folks, if you're used to getting jumped, you heard this new standard for the industry is that we don't do that at Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno, that you can come in, you can look around, you can get your questions answered. One of the things, too, I recently was talking to somebody who acquired a vehicle from you, was that you were very, very strong on your trade-in appraisals.
We do take a lot of vehicles in on trade. Obviously, it's the beauty of the vehicle, the market. You don't have to go do a Craigslist to sell your vehicles. You can come in, trade your vehicles. We'll take almost any vehicle out there.
Well, and one of the things, too, that a lot of people may not realize is that when they trade in a car, and as you just mentioned, that you don't necessarily have to sell your car yourself, is that they can get a tax credit on that trade-in in Nevada as well. So by the time you add the tax credit, many times, if you have a good appraisal, comes out, very close, sometimes even more, right, if you get a good appraisal.
And that way you save the headaches of having strangers come over your house, driving your car, knowing where you live. I mean, I know that can be a hassle. I've done it myself, and it is a hassle. Even
with industry experience, there's some safety concerns as well, and
Correct.
You just don't need to be bothered with that if you're dealing with a reputable dealership that's going to give you fair trade-in values. Again, it's across the board. I just wanted to get that out in our first interview with you, that it's in every little thing that you do, that there's a standard for it. It doesn't matter what all the other businesses in Northern Nevada do or don't do. You're doing it your way, which is a standard for the industry, and we applaud that.
And don't forget that we will actually pick up your car and drop it off. We offer a concierge shuttle, and we'll drive out. You have a problem with your car, we'll drive out, we'll pick it up, we'll fix it, and we'll bring it back.
Yeah,
free of charge. Free of charge.
Debbie Ward, the marketing manager of Acura of Reno and Infiniti of Reno, and Mike Baumgart, the sales manager of Acura of Reno. I thank you so much for accepting our invitation and being with us today. You have a quick special to offer our community?
We do have a quick special. This is Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. We have right now on our website, if you go to www.acuraofreno.com, and click under our specials, we have a $59.99 oil change special that includes 4 quarts of oil. Synthetic might be more. Your oil filter, your 4-tire rotation, your multi-point inspection, and your report, plus your free car wash, free manicure if you want it, and all of the amenities that Acura of Reno has to offer. It's just $59.99. It's regularly a $99 value. get to our website at acuofreno.com, print it out, and bring it in. You don't want to miss this great special. Happy Labor Day from all of us at Acura of Reno, where we do it right.
Please make sure when you visit them that you tell them you heard them on our show, the Car Buyer Advisor. That's, again, Debbie Ward and Mike Baumgart with Acura of Reno, Infiniti of Reno. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mitch.